Welcome to my channel Education by Honey. So children, today we will be doing a poem, Canvas of Soil. Now this poem you will find under chapter 3, Winds of Change of your Kaveri book. Okay, so when you will turn the pages, you will find this poem. Okay. Now before starting with the explanation, let's understand the title of the poem, Canvas of Soil. Now canvas, what is a canvas? Canvas is a wooden board or a place where the painter paints the picture. Okay. Similarly here, why the name is given so? Because the poet here, the poet is Maya Anthony, and the poet is comparing the act of gardening or farming to painting a picture on the canvas. Okay, and it also highlights how human labor, then creativity and nature, they all work together in complete harmony to create a living masterpiece. Okay, now when a painter paints, he creates a masterpiece. Similarly, when a farmer sows a seed and then it turns into beautiful garden, that is also a masterpiece. Okay, so now, before starting with the explanation, let's do this reflect and respond as well. So the first question says, work in pairs. Discuss what all you see in a garden. Think of the colors you see and where you see them. Share responses with the teacher. Now you all know that you can see tall trees with branches spreading their arms to the sky in the garden. Then the green grass is spread like a soft carpet on the ground. Then also you will notice beautiful flowers of red, pink, white, orange, yellow, and different colors, okay, blooming in the rows and spreading fragrance throughout the garden. Then you also notice bees buzzing, right, as they gather nectar from the flowers. Some fruit trees also you will see who are sharing their fruits with the animals, birds, and human. Okay, so and they say where you see them, so you see all these things in a garden, right? Then the second question, look at the picture of a garden and the painting given below. Speak about any similarities between the garden and the painting. Okay, now here we have to see this picture and then we have to answer these questions. Speak using the following. Just as a garden dash, similarly a painting dash. Now here you can add, just as a garden is to flowers, similarly a painting is to colors. Okay, and also you can add, just as a garden displays a variety of colors and natural beauty, similarly a painting portrays the artist's imagination through colors. So you can add any answer you like. Okay, then a garden and a painting both represent creativity. Then dash is common to both a garden and a painting, so beauty. Okay, then like a garden, a painting too gives visual delight, is appealing to the eyes. Okay, now the third one, let us acquaint ourselves with the meaning of palette, hue and canvas. So what is a palette? Palette is a thin oval or rectangular board or tablet that a painter holds and mixes colors on. Okay, so here you can see this is a palette. See here, this is a palette. Okay, then hue is a shade of a color. Then canvas. Canvas here is painting. So this painting here, here the painter has painted this painting on the canvas. Okay, this is a canvas, this is a canvas, the board or the place, the page where you draw. Okay, now let's come to the explanation of the poem. So, palette of earth rich and deep, where dreams of gardeners seep. Okay. Now here the poet says that the earth means the soil is like an artist's palette. Palette is what? The board on which the colors are mixed. Okay. The soil is rich, fertile, and full of possibilities. Deep means full of possibilities. Where dreams of gardeners seep. Now the soil, it holds the dream of farmers. Like when a farmer will sow a seed, he has that dream in his mind that the seed will grow into a plant, then a big tree, then my whole garden will be filled with flowers, fruits and plants. Okay, so the gardeners, they dream of growing beautiful flowers, fruits and plants. Okay, and children, I understand everything in English because in the exam you have to write the answers in English only, right? So there is no use of Hindi there. That is why I always make you understand the things in the same language. Okay, now let's come to our third line. Brush strokes of seeds planted true, awaiting spring's vibrant hue. Okay, now if they say that each seed they sow, So each seed they sow that with very, with love, patience, and hope. Planted true means with true love, patience, and hope. Then it awaits the spring. It awaits for the spring. It waits for the spring season when when the seeds will grow into colorful flowers. And here these flowers. Now these flowers are compared to the brushstrokes of a painter. Okay. Then the next stanza. Blossoms bloom a painted sight, dancing in the morning light. Okay. Now when morning comes, now whenever a garden is filled with, so the garden is filled with beautiful flowers of different colors, and when you go and see that garden in the morning light, it looks so beautiful in that sunshine. Okay. So when morning comes, the flowers bloom and look fresh and beautiful. When the sunshine is coming on them, they look so vibrant, so beautiful. Okay. Then it says they are dancing in the morning light. Okay. Then the next line, shades of green, blue, and red. Green, red, and blue. Nature's artwork ever new. Okay. Now it says that the blooming gardens look like a beautiful painting that fills everyone with happiness. Okay. The beautiful colors. The garden is filled with different colors of leaves, green, red, blue, and flowers, making it colorful and attractive. And the nature keeps fresh beauty every season. Every blooming garden is a new work of art. Every time the garden blooms, it is a new work of art, ever new. Okay. Then the third stanza, each plot a canvas wide, where art and life coincide. Okay. Now each plot means every piece of land is compared to a large canvas on which nature creates beautiful pictures. Okay. Then where art and life coincide means in a garden art and life they come together because living plants they create natural beauty. Now here art and life is coming together and creating a visual delight. It is so appealing to the eyes. It looks so beautiful, right? Then in the hands of those who till. Now in the hands of those who till means now tilling is an activity, is a step of farming, right? So the hands who till means the gardeners because they till. The gardener's hand is compared here. So now they're saying that the hard working hands of gardeners, they prepare the soil and helps plant grow. Okay. Gardens become painting still. So the garden becomes a glowing colorful still life painting because it is full of life and beauty. They become still life paintings. Okay. तो मतलब वो कभी चेंज नहीं होते. They become still life paintings and full of life and beauty. Okay. So here we come to the end of this poem. And let's also do this check your understanding part. So it says read the poem again and complete the summary of each stanza by filling in the blanks. Okay, so the first one. The dash is portrayed as a rich palette. So here you will fill earth. Okay, the earth is portrayed as a rich palette where gardeners' dreams flourish in the form of seeds awaiting spring. Okay, then the second one, the next page. The garden flowers dash into the garden flowers blossom, okay, into a beautiful display of different blooms, resembling a painting by Mother Nature in the light of morning. Okay, then the third one. Each garden is likened to a wide canvas, okay, integrating art and life, okay, art and life. Because we have already seen that line, art and life coincide, right? Then through the efforts of gardeners, gardens transform into still life paintings, okay. And rest of the exercise I will make another video because it's too long. So here we come to the end of this specific video. Thank you.